excited to get into this build because it's been just on my mind ever since the idea came up. So I started this legacy challenge, the Disney Duos legacy challenge, and the first generation is Nani and Lilo. So of course, Lilo and Stitch on the brain, and I built their home, and that's, the home that they're living in currently. But I wanted to have, something else from the movie just to give the vibes, like through the challenge, and a lot that they can visit as well, because that's always nice to have a nice lot somewhere you can go. So yeah, anyway, thus, here we are. But it was a challenge just because there was... this Luau place it's a couple minutes in the movie, that's it. Just a couple minutes, and there's just specific scenes. You can't really see the whole Luau, so you're going based off of really just specific pictures, which I'll show you the screenshots that I was working with, because it was pretty limited. But it worked out in the end. It was fine. It was enough for me to kind of base it off of. And again, it's just an inspiration off of the movie. So at some point, I was like, okay, it doesn't need to be exact. So I kind of embellished some things or added my own flair, because I love how Nani in the scene, she was calling it a fakey luau. So I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be kind of like, it's a luau, but a fakey luau. So kind of, a bit extensive or excessive in the feel of really going into Hawaiian and touristy Hawaiian, So that's kind of what I went with towards the end. Okay, so yeah, this is the picture that I was working with for the stage. I could tell that, the stage wasn't big itself, but that there was some dimension to it. So I was kind of making it up as I went along, trying to figure out the best way of, handling this. But it was enough to work with, thankfully, because otherwise it would be kind of hard to make the luau in general. But yeah, here. So I wanted to put, a bonfire up there, because with the fire from Island Living, you can actually, twirl fire like he was in the picture. But it just wasn't working. I tried it. They would be confused and wouldn't do it, and they'd be like, "What? I can't do that." So that was unfortunate. But okay, so this next picture, this is the other side of the luau, the back of the luau where, the staff area was. So it was a different kind of paneling on the wall. I changed some of this though, just to give, because in different pictures it shows different styles of wall paneling. So you'll see me change it. But that's what this area is. And in that scene, you can actually see when Nani opens the door that the floor is kind of like that tiled look. And I noticed from this scene that there's a fence somewhere, surrounding the luau. So that's when I was like, okay, we need to have some type of fencing, which makes sense. It will make the area a bit more private, even though, it's supposed to be beachy and seeing the ocean and feeling the breeze. So it's open, but there's that fence there for some type of privacy in some case. Oh man, I forgot what I was mentioning before. But anyway, okay, so we're finally getting the layout. I'm like, okay, this is looking good. I'm liking the way it's turning out. Now it's kind of getting more into the specifics and the details. But the kitchen, of course, I had to make up most of it. I wanted it to be a functional restaurant. I figured that it would be best to work as a restaurant, but bar, any kind of commercial lot, really, you can make it into whatever you'd like to have it be used for. But I wanted a staff only sign, quote unquote staff only. This is what I found worked for me. I just, have some type of sign up there. This part, so when I'm trying to get like the finishing touches for this specific area, I was having trouble because the stairs just weren't what I was looking for. So you'll see I eventually change up the platform so you see less of the stairs, but there's still this part which you see in the screenshot earlier. But anyway, so putting in the details, you'll see me go through the debug for island living and things like that. I stuck with certain plants like the whole build. You'll see the same, I think 4 plants throughout the build, but it just is easier to manage that way. There's just so many plants. Okay, yeah, so here is, I go through all of the island living things to see if there's anything I can use, which I thought there would be more, tiki, some type of tiki decorations, but I guess there's like literally not much. But you'll see me pull a couple things out. Some of the things I end up not using just because I don't know where to put it. Those, again, were the only things I found that would work, so I used them multiple times. And then, yeah, I tried to condense it. I didn't really like the way it looked, so I just made it larger again and just went with that. This is the I'm sorry, this is the fun part. It took forever. I think even in like the speed build version of this, it takes minutes. So that proves how long it actually took in real time. I found, these tables, and they're perfect base game even. Or wait, no, they're not base game. The smaller version is. Anyway, so here's what I was working with for these tables. And I could tell that they were, long tables, somewhat connected. I kind of made it into 2 big tables, like having that little space in between, just because that's what worked best, like in between those poles with the cover on them, the roof, and then the greenery on the tables. I was like, okay, so less fruit and more leaves, which I was just using these seasons decorations. I don't know what those are called, like table decorations. I don't know if there's a specific word for them, but that's what I figured work best and kind of looked floral and just green, tropical, but hopefully it doesn't look too like a mosh posh of random stuff on there. I did use those green candles. I liked the way that it kind of brought in the island living a little bit more. But you'll see me, I just go through that 3 more times. The alt placing of the leaves, and it was fine. It worked out, and it wasn't too much of a hassle. It was just a lot of sizing things up and copying and placing it. But yeah, it ended up turning out nice. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the build is like the tables, which it's sad because in reality, The Sims, it's not going to really look the way it's intended to, at the end, when Sims actually go here, it's never going to really look all that full. But, yeah, again, I had fun with this build. I was trying to think of some other areas that I could, replicate from the movie. I couldn't really think of too much, but if there's any ideas that you have, I'm willing and would be excited to try anything else as well. But this is the only one that I'm like, okay, it's something that I would, use in The Sims. There was some type of, pictures that I could go, that were based off of the area, enough for me to replicate to some extent. These chairs, it was laundry day chairs, which I was like, that's random, but I liked the way they looked, and they were most similar to the movie chairs. This is the table that Lilo and Stitch had sat at when they were there, so I added that journal because she was journaling about his oh man, what was it? Wellness level. But so now we're going into like the details on the outside. Put in, of course, lots of those torches. Again, the same plants, you'll see me, place those all over the place. What was I saying? I keep forgetting. Just like the movie. I don't know if there's any other place. If there's any recommendations, just let me know. And let me know if you like this lot, because if there's anything I'm missing, something that'll, contribute to the lot functioning in The Sims, or, just something that'll relate to the movie as well, let me know. I can add that in. This is going to be up on the gallery. In the gallery, my ID is Nalera28. So, feel free to find me on there. I don't have much posted, so you'll be able to see this pretty easily on my account there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. This took me, I think, 3.5 hours total. And so there's some stuff that I didn't actually get recorded, because at some point the computer stopped recording. Thankfully, it didn't miss very much. It just missed lots of the outside, like the outside of the fence decorations. Okay, you'll see me put... this is when I'm deciding, this is a restaurant. It's going to function as a restaurant. I put all that stuff out there. The kitchen, I am not a... an interesting thing, I am not a builder. Whenever I play, by myself on my own, not recording, I'll download builds from the gallery. I will try every now and then to build my own homes for my Sims and things like that, but I just never end up liking it, and so I will just download something that I find. So this is out of my comfort zone, but I had a lot of fun, and I feel proud of what I was able to accomplish. So not sure how that happened. I think having the inspiration from the pictures and basing it off of something kind of helped a lot, because with this interior of the kitchen, I was struggling. I'm like, I don't know. Thankfully, I worked as a waitress before, so there was some stuff that I'm like, okay, I know kind of what to put in here, but still, like, what looks good in The Sims, I don't know. Who knows? So I'm sure that lots of this here could look better. But like I said, I was fine with the way it turned out. It's a functional kitchen, and at the end of the day, the Sims aren't really supposed to be in here, just the ones working. So it's just there as of necessity. But yeah, no, it's kind of nice having the inspiration of a certain build or style, because for someone like me that's not a builder in general, it's kind of a teaching and learning curve. It kind of helps with that, so that was nice. I'm glad it worked out that way, that I could get this practice in and have fun with it instead of feeling pressured or not knowing what I'm doing. I mean, this is a challenging level of not knowing what I'm doing, but still, kind of a fun challenging, not a whatever challenging, you know what I mean? So again, I have the basic layout of the kitchen area. Now I'm just putting in clutter and things to kind of bring the area together. I wanted a storage area. It just made sense for a kitchen. The only thing I realized I didn't put is somewhere for the employees to relax and, you know, have a break. But there is a back little patio area that I do put for them, but it's literally just 2 chairs. So sorry, your Sims can't really take a proper break. And I was afraid to add any of those vending machines because I didn't want the Sims just getting food out of a vending machine when, you know, they're supposed to eat properly as a restaurant, you know, sitting at a table. But yeah, so I'm hoping it ends up working out for, you know, your purposes throughout the gameplay of it. Like I said, if you need to change anything, feel free to do that, or if you have any ideas of for me to fix it up or change it up, I'll do that too. Okay, so yeah, this part, it's all based off of no picture, just kind of what I think would be there. A bar is kind of, you know, a necessary aspect for what I feel like a luau would have. Yeah, I have been to Luau before, and they're really fun. I haven't been as like an adult, so I remember as a kid thinking it was fun, which, I mean, if a kid thought it was fun, I imagine an adult would find it fun as well. Considering I feel like it's more, you know, it's more fun for the adults in general, because it's not like there's kid things to do here. Okay, so yeah, you'll see that some of the stuff I did kind of just got interrupted. It's because it stopped recording at that point. But I, you know, picked it up. You'll see me eventually go back to the outside and things that I had changed out there. But see, I'm putting in this patio area because I'm like, okay, there needs to be something out here for them. I just wish I had put a little bit more for them. It's just at that point I had made the build and I didn't want to change up the inside of the kitchen in order to add that. And see, so that trim, I was like, that is not movie accurate. But I was thinking, it looks nice and I like it, so maybe I'll just put it up even though it's not accurate to the movie. It's, you know, it's just inspired by it. So the stage itself looks similar besides that. Okay, yeah, so here's the little area for the employees. Like I said, just 2 chairs. I eventually put some of that wall stuff inside because it makes more sense to have, you know, all that stuff like when you walk inside the kitchen, not right there outdoors. So after this, I'm pretty sure I'm done with the kitchen, and you'll be able to see kind of what I added on the outside. I eventually changed that rug because it looks too home-like, less less commercial. So I do change it to a more commercial kind of rug that I feel like I see at all restaurants. Alright, so here we are. Again, I thought it was recording at this point, but I added on these debug rocks from Island Living. This is the front of the lot where you load in. Of course, we've got the station here for the host or hostess. And the welcome sign here. So every time I download, upload, save this lot, this disappears. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. If you know, feel free to let me know. But let me find it here. Okay, where's the boat? Where's the boat? Here we go. It's this one. Okay, let's get this here. You're ruining the vibe, boat. So these are kind of hanging from it. It used to look a little bit nicer, but now it's... oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just go ahead. Alright, so here we got. Got a little pond here. You can fill it with whatever. Benches. There's 2 bathrooms. One on this side, one on this side. Okay, let's go into live mode here. Alright. So walking in. This is the table area. We've got a bar here, another bar over there, which is nice. They're both from the Island Living Pack, and it's nice to kind of have both of them. But this is the stage area, which in the back here, oh, look at there. That's my Nani sim. My name is Naomi. But anyway, this is the backstage area. Clothes, shoes. Obviously not really Luau themed, but it's what was available. But other than that, it's not really much. Got dumpsters here. More decoration. Gotta have a place to cook the Kahlua, so put those up. Have this little decoration piece, since this is usually the shipwreck lot. Wanted to at least like scooch that over and, you know, have it be a part of the whimsy of the Luau. Oh, the shipwreck. You know. Anyway, so don't touch. There it is, though. More, again, pull this line back here. Sitting area. Oh, look there. At least 2 are sitting. But yeah, here's the kitchen. Oh, look, it's in use. Looks good. Looks good. Dishwashing station. Coffee, tea, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited with the way it came out. It looks good, and I'll be able to, you know, use it in game. So if you're excited to see it like being used in game, feel free to follow me on the legacy that I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. It's only got 2 episodes in, but I'm going to be getting that 3rd episode out soon. But again, yeah, thank you so much for joining, and let me know what you think. If there's anything I could have done better or added in, let me know. Or if there's another lot that you think I should look into, then feel free to let me know that too. But thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a great one. Until next time. Bye.